We are John and Samantha and the proud owners of a 1986 American Ford Econoline RV, bought by us as a salvage rebuild project. The RV was bought as severely water damaged and required the interior to be completely stripped out. We plan to spend 2021 rebuilding the RV, and that work will be shown here on the channel. In 2022, we plan to take the RV on trips around the UK, taking in some stunning scenery and hopefully some wild camping, all whilst undertaking the challenges of taking such a large vehicle down narrow country lanes. Morning guys, little update for you. We received a comment yesterday from a guy named Nick, and he suggested that the problem with the heater might be that the fan is catching on this casing here. And actually, sure enough, I took it apart and it was rubbing. And he says that causes the E09 error code. It certainly did in his case. So what we've done, we just stretched this out over a little bit. This plastic case, it's quite flexible. Show that, Rob? Yep, it's quite flexible. So we just stretched it over a little bit, and now this fan is not contacting the casing at all. So we're going to put it back together and see if it still throws up this E09 error code with that case pulled out. And if necessary, for temporary reasons, we'll put in a little shim here just to make sure it just stay away from the wheel, and we'll go from there. Back at you in a bit, guys. Guys, we've got some fantastic news. It's repaired. So the tip that Nick gave us was likely to be the answer. There could have been one or two things, but it could well have been the answer, where the casing was catching on the fan. We've adjusted that and it's working. This heater is so hot, it's unbelievable. We've just had it on for what, 5 minutes, Rob?
Yeah.
5 minutes, and the motorhome is red hot, absolutely red hot. We even had a window open. But okay, we're going to take it apart again because there's something we want to do to make the fix permanent. Yeah, fantastic news, guys. Okay guys, so a little bit of an update on what we've done to make a permanent repair. So this gap here was too tight between the fan and the casing, and it just seems that the casing's a little bit out of kilter. It's a bit twisted. Cheap casing, isn't it, from the factory? So the gap between this piece here and this case was too tight. I mean, it's almost like this piece here needs to be longer. It's okay on the other side, but not this side. So what we've done, we've just cemented in a little packing piece here onto the onto this casing, and that just gives us enough just to make that gap. That's it, you can see it better there now.
Just to point out, John, that's silicone, yep. So it can move, and it will move. Obviously there's going to be movement in the van when you're driving along, so it's not cemented, it's silicone, so okay. There is movement there.
Cool. Okay, and we'll show you something else that we found as well, which may have been the problem, but I think this is more likely to have been the issue.
Absolutely.
So another thing we found, guys, one to be careful of, is this plug for the sensor has 2 pins. It doesn't really matter which way around the pins go, but they've got 2 pins. And in the board, there are 2 pins. But the plug has capacity for 3 pins. So this plug could actually be put in further this way, making only one of the pins in contact. So we don't know whether that was the issue or not. I think it's more likely to have been the casing, but just bear that one in mind as well, just in case that has been installed incorrectly from the factory. A third thing to be aware of, guys, is make sure that this sensor is flush in the aperture. The aperture is slightly larger than the sensor plug itself, or the sensor itself. And so we think that if you are, say, too far over the one side, you might not be square in the aperture. So just make double sure that that is actually seated correctly. Right, we're going to go for our final test then, guys. After the modifications, we've got no errors at all. So let's see what happens. Right, so we got no errors. We're running. RV temperature is 19 degrees currently. And our target temperature at the moment is set at 24 degrees. So this should fire up now, full power, until we get to the desired temperature. Okay, so we turn the temperature right to maximum now, guys, 35 degrees. So this should go up to 2 bars on the burner, full power. Still a bit to go yet. No errors. There we go. We're now on full power. Burners full of light. No errors. Let's keep going. Superb, guys. Look at that. No errors. We've been running a few minutes now. We're on full burner. We're going to yeah, it's really warm in here, isn't it, Rob? We're going to reduce the target temperature down now. We're 20 degrees at the minute in the motorhome. Target 35. Bring it down to 19. Or 18. That's 18 degrees now. So it should start slowing down now on the heater. The motor will gradually work its way down. Back to you in a minute. And that's it, guys. Success. One diesel heater repaired. Odd that you have to repair a diesel heater brand new from the factory, but there you go. All fixed. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Love you loads.